band called The Defiants. And they're playing a show tomorrow night at the House of Blues. And so he's going to come in here tomorrow. We'll give away some tickets. We'll chat him up. He's got Greg Camp in the band. He was one of the founding members of Smash Mouth. Pete Parada, he used to play the drums for The Offspring. So it's kind of a super group of dudes who all know each other and like playing music together. So tomorrow, first hour of the show, I think Dickie Barrett will be here, and we'll chat him up. That'd be a good time. I had a client meeting in Menor this morning. And I'm at a red light, and I'm behind a guy who has the vanity plate, R.I.P. Mom 4, which means
the fourth time.
Well, no, but my understanding, does that mean that 3 previous other people wanted R.I.P. Mom as their vanity plate?
I think it's his fourth mom.
Is that how that works? I mean, unless the number 4 has some significance to this guy, and he maybe he requested that specifically. I would
maybe he comes from a polygamy family and he's got 4 moms.
Oh, like sister wives, that kind of thing. Maybe he's I didn't really get a good look at the guy driving the car because I was behind him, obviously. But R.I.P. Mom. And again, sorry for your loss. I don't know how long ago that happened. There was no usually when somebody goes recently, there'll be like an airbrushed a eulogy on the back of the window. It was nothing like that. There were no other defining things on the car. It wasn't plastered with bumper stickers or anything like that. There was no "Let's Go Brandon" on the back or anything. There's a lot of that out here. But R.I.P. Mom. It's like, oh man, I hope you're okay. Your Cavaliers kind of sputtered to the end of the regular season, but they are looking at their playoff situation. They'll be playing the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, 4th seed. Got a couple home playoff games for sure.
Chorus of boos. After embarrassing loss to the Hornets. Now,
is it an embarrassing loss? They didn't play any of their starters.
True, but
so how's it an embarrassing loss?
Because the Charlotte Hornets are a very bad basketball team.
Right, so but when you're playing,
even with your second string guys, probably should have been able to beat them.
But the second string, it wasn't even just second string guys. It was like rookies
bench
warmers, people that didn't play a lot this season. Played yesterday, and it was a meaningless game. They couldn't move up any more in the rank in the standings, so it's you rest those players.
Yeah. Well, hey, don't get me wrong. I'm all in. But Cavs finished the season 4th in the East, which is pretty good. So they will start up against the Magic here in Cleveland at the Romo Fijo this Saturday. That game is still TBD. All I ask is that it not in any way obstruct or preempt my Saturday night metal show here on The Buzzard.
I'll
let
called
2 hours to midnight. I'm sorry?
I'll let the people in the NBA know.
Oh, I've already told them. I have already told them in no uncertain terms that, hey, guys, I understand this is playoff basketball and blah, blah, blah. I think I said something along those lines, and blah, blah, blah. It was talk to text. It was, but yeah, Magic, Cavs, Saturday night.
We don't want that ruining some local band's big break where they get played on MS.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying for a lot of bands.
Yeah. How about that morning Guardians game, right? They call it the Patriots Day game because is that the day that the bombs went off in Boston?
Oh, okay. I was wondering why it was an 11 a.m. game.
I believe that's the day that the Boston Marathon bombing happened. I think they call that Patriots Day. I believe that
11 years now.
One Mark Wahlberg did a movie to that effect where he played
that lazy piece of crap.
some kind of hero. But the Guardians over the Red Sox 6-0. They shut them out, and the Red Sox they're no slouches. But yeah, an 11 a.m. game there.
They got the win yesterday against the Yankees.
Yeah,
dropped two to the Yankees, and then got the finale on a walk-off hit, I believe.
Yeah.
It was a fun game yesterday.
Hello.
Who's this?
Hello, Bill.
Oh, is this the same music?
Hello, Bill.
Hey, what's up?
No, it's not.
This is your buddy Tim from Moscow.
Hey, what's up, Moscow?
Remember me, Bill?
Hey, I remember you, yes.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right.
You're the guy that calls a lot.
I haven't called in a long time, Bill.
I know, but you've called a lot for a lot of years. I think you've called this show longer than you had a basketball career.
You could be right, Bill. I don't know. I don't really know. you know I'm calling you today?
Because it's Patriots Day?
Mozgov coming back to Cleveland.
Oh, what? Why?
The Orlando Magic, Bill.
You don't play for the Orlando Magic.
They asked me to return.
I don't think they did.
They said, please, Mozgov, come back play against your former team, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I don't think they did.
I got
So the Magic wants you to play for them against the Cavs.
I got email this morning.
All right. Is that how they do it? They email you? they don't have an call your agent or anything like that. They just send you an email and be
That's
like,
how we
hey,
do
if you're not busy, why don't you come on up and play some basketball?
They emailed me because they know I'm very busy, Bill.
Okay.
They said, this is Mozgov.
What's your email address?
It is Timothy.Mozgov
Okay.
at formerly of ClevelandCavaliers.com. That's how they know how to find me, Bill.
Very exciting. Well,
They said, Mozgov, your lucky day here. I said, you mean sheets pick up my beat salsa? No.
forgot about the stupid beat salsa.
Who say stupid, Bill?
I mean,
beat salsa
the
feeds my whole
dumb-
family.
Dumb beat
Beat
salsa.
salsa is my retail empire.
Yeah.
Shut up, Bill. Why did
Okay.
I call you? I thought you're a Moscow friend. I called.
I know, it's okay. I just,
I'm
all right, so
you
you
were-
played.
I'm excited to come back. You're the first person I thought of to come back and play Magic
Yeah.
against Cavaliers.
But again, you never even really played for the Magic. You were just on the team and then waved. You never, like,
I waved a lot, Bill. I waved, and they waved at me. They waved big money in front of me, Bill.
no, that was the Lakers that
money.
signed you for a huge contract, and then they never even need. You got a huge payout for that.
Money all comes from same place,
Oh,
NBA Bank.
NBA Bank.
All
Okay.
comes from- Anyway, I let you know I'm coming to town
Yeah.
Saturday.
All right. Well, I'll see you on Saturday, maybe.
Team-
I'm going to be at a wedding, so I can't go to the game, but have fun.
Are you getting married, Bill?
No, I'm not getting married. My friends are getting married, and I'm invited to the wedding.
All right, well.
Have you ever been to a wedding that's not your own wedding?
Yes, I have been to many weddings.
Yeah.
I've been asked to oversee wedding. I said, do you take Pavel to be your lawfully wedded goat?
Wait, you marry goats?
Yeah, these are animal weddings. Should have qualified. But all right, so I won't see you on Saturday.
No, you won't see me on Sunday. But I don't think you're going to be there anyway,
Yes,
because it doesn't make sense for them to bring a player that's been retired for 2 years and hasn't played in the NBA in about 5.
No, Bill. No. You misunderstood. That was typo.
Oh.
I was a tired player. Because I was out there playing so much.
Well, you really weren't.
I was tired. Now I've gotten lots of sleep.
Okay, well.
And I'm coming back, and you can't stop. I got email to prove. I'll send to you. Bill.
All right, forward it on over. Bill at
Dear
AlanCoxShow.com.
Moscow.
Yeah.
All right, don't forget that. This
All right.
has been very anticlimactic.
They usually are.
You son of
Oh, hey, I got money to give away. It is $1,000 courtesy of the Buzzard Bookie, as promised. First one out of the gate here on the show today, so I hope you win. Good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Grand. That's grand. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
You guys remember a guy named John Wayne Bobbitt?
Yeah, he got his wiener cut off.
That's what he's known for, yes. Mary would have been a very small child when this happened. Wait, you didn't know that? What do you know him from?
I thought that he was the inventor of the Cadbury egg.
What?
Not that I don't think so.
Are you sure?
The inventor of the Cadbury egg.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive that John Wayne, what am I missing? That John Wayne Bobbitt is not the inventor of the Cadbury egg. I assumed it was a guy named Cadbury.
No.
Oh.
I mean, my information's wrong, so don't trust me.
Gotcha. Okay. The Cadbury Brothers is what this says, 1923. Anyway, John Wayne
Bobbitt?
Wait, John Wayne Bobbitt wasn't a Cadbury brother?
I mean, maybe that was his maiden name. I don't know. John Wayne Bobbitt is a guy who had his penis cut off by an angry wife. Lorena Bobbitt. There's a big deal 30 years ago, right? John Wayne Bobbitt. His wife came in, thought he'd been stepping out on her, and lopped it right off. And they later surgically reattached it. He had to capitalize on whatever bit of infamy he had at the time. They put out a porno. He wanted to prove to everyone that it was working, but it was probably a god-awful mess. I mean, yes, reattached, but I mean, it was just probably.
Yeah, freaking wiener.
Yeah, they had a movie called John Wayne Bobbitt Uncut or something like that. I don't know what it was. Yeah, that's what the porno was called, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, but I think since...
Not one cut?
No.
Yeah.
Lorena Bobbitt, I think, went on... There was some litigation. Again, this is a long time ago. Mm-hmm. But that's what John Wayne Bobbitt is primarily known for, and he was, of course, a punchline for many, many, many years.
Between him and Joey Buttafuoco.
Yes.
You couldn't get away from those jokes for the early part of the 90s.
Right.
And then here comes OJ just taking over.
Well, and then Lewinsky was in the mix there a couple of years after John Wayne Bobbitt. And so, the 90s were a fun time. Anyway, John Wayne Bobbitt has had toes amputated, and he's in a bad shape because...
Who did he cheat on this time?
A female shoe salesman. She didn't take too kindly to him spiriting away her clients. No, you hear these ads, and I didn't know if it was just ambulance chasers capitalizing on something. But you hear these ads about, hey, the toxic water at Camp Lejeune, right? There's radio ads, there's television ads for lawyers, personal injury lawyers. Hey, were you ever stationed at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina? There was toxic water there that came to light, and so all these veterans now are suffering from myriad health problems, and John Wayne Bobbitt is one of them. He was a Marine in the 80s. He's almost 60 years old now, but he was stationed at Camp Lejeune. And he says that he has this condition that they're asking about in these commercials. He has chronic nerve damage and bone infection. Ugh. And he's had toes amputated. He's no longer able to work, and he wants some of that money that you hear in these ads. Hey, what's the phrase? Not makes you pay. It's you may be entitled to significant compensation.
Yeah.
You know, up here in Ohio, you get kind of spoiled, at least I think, when you're watching television, because, there's a handful of law firms that you can really kind of go to, and everybody can at least conjure up a few in their mind, whether it's on the side of a bus or whether it's a television commercial, whether it's Tim Misny's eyebrows haunting you over the edge of a billboard. But boy, when we were in Florida, holy Christ. Because down there they got, hey, bitten by a gator. You know, they got a million other things, ailments, and that they can throw at you. So every goddamn commercial is for a law firm down there. But John Wayne Bobbitt is losing some toes. The whole thing with Camp Lejeune is that oil, industrial wastewater, and toxic chemicals were dumped into the storm drains for 35 years. John Bobbitt says he remembers the water there tasting sweet. Well, who knew? Listen, next time you're baking up some goodies at your home and you're a little low on sugar, you go, how am I going to make this sweet? Oil, industrial wastewater, and toxic chemicals.
Yeah, you get that ratio just right.
You really do. It's 3 to 2 to 2.
It's the hard part.
He also believes that the tainted water may have contributed to his volatile relationship with Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh.
Imagine that, right?
Of course I cheated on you.
I had toxic water.
I had tainted water.
He said maybe I would have made better decisions if my cognitive functioning wasn't distorted by the chemicals.
I love this. I'm going to use this.
You don't have any You don't have any tainted water.
You don't know that.
Are you saying Bill doesn't have any cognitive misfunctioning, Mary? Is that what you're saying?
I did not say that. I'm saying he doesn't have anything to blame it on.
Tainted water.
You don't know that, yeah.
Where are you getting your tainted water?
Camp Lejeune. I get it imported.
Subscription service, huh?
Yeah.
You remember when Bill was in the Marines?
I just thought it was. I was just like, ooh, I want some sweet water. It comes from Camp Lejeune.
They recruited him because they promised him no paperwork.
Yeah. I did a lot of paperwork this weekend, and it was actually kind of fun.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Turning over a new leaf.
I know, right?
If you'll pardon the pun. Right. So I guess nobody contacted him from Camp Lejeune until recently. Unlike the company Sweetwater, where I get a lot of gear from, who will contact you 5 seconds after you purchase something online. So really two very different forms of customer service. But John Bobbitt back in the news because he is in very, very bad shape for the tainted water there at Camp Lejeune. And there are probably a lot of people in that similar situation. And I think Lorena Bobbitt went on to get remarried to a man whose penis she didn't sever from his body.
Yeah.
So I think that yes. Well,
imagine going on a date with her, like
with
when
Lorena Bobbitt.
Like you know who she is.
She's just like, it was one time.
One penis, guys.
I mean, you're definitely not cheating on her,
right? Her name is Lorena Gallo. I don't know if she's referred to her maiden name or if she is remarried, but yeah. Of course, John Bobbitt mentioned in that Fall Out Boy remake of "We Didn't Start the Fire" too. So, of course, it's terrible. But
you do.
Why is it bad?
It's not a good song.
Are you those dummies who are like, it's not in chronological order?
No, it's got nothing to do with that.
not-
First of all, it is 1,000% unnecessary. The first song was terrible. That's why everybody goofs on it. Even Billy Joel, he just wrapped up this 100 show at Madison Square Garden. He can't stand that song, right? It was completely unnecessary. Fall Out Boy, God bless. I know you like him. You've got Stockholm Syndrome with those guys, but just it's a terrible, terrible version of that song.
I don't understand how you guys are wrong about everything. It's like
Practice.
It's impressive
Practice.
at this point.
It's the Camp Lejeune water.
That sweet water coursing through my veins. And by the way, I know
that song isn't good.
I know you like them, but you are also not going to convince me that you're going to die on the Fall Out Boy "We Didn't Start the Fire" hill.
No.
No.
I'm not going to waste
So
my
what
time
are you
trying to
arguing?
learn it. But if it's on, I'm like, anyway, we didn't. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, it's clearly generational.
It's nobody's favorite song.
It's generational too.
The original, the remake.
Yeah, they're not
like,
good
that's
songs.
my favorite song of
Yeah,
all time.
they're campy, silly songs, but they're not. I don't want to hear them.
For people,
And I
who,
like Billy Joel. I just that song's fun because you can like when we were doing the jokes, updating it in 2020, we wrote a bunch of updated versions of it, and it was pretty fun. But it's not a great song.
I don't think anybody's claiming that it is. But it's not like the worst thing I've ever heard, was my point.
It is absolutely the worst thing you've ever heard.
Yeah.
I was thinking that Lorena Bobbitt thought that John Bobbitt was stepping out on her. That's not why she cut him. She said that he raped her. He came home drunk or something.
Oh, all right.
But at the trial, it just turned out that she was just mad that he never let her get hers first. He always
Justifiable.
popped off, and then yeah. So I don't know what her deal is, but Amazon has a docuseries that Jordan Peele produced from a couple of years ago. Of course, you don't really want to hear the words Peele and John Wayne Bobbitt in quick succession, but there it is. If you're looking for a new documentary to sink your teeth into, that's over there on Amazon Prime. But he's lost a couple of toes from sipping on that sweet, sweet water down there at Camp Lejeune. I got to take a break. I want to send a text, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com. Want to watch pictures.